It's Active Transportation Week in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Active transportation, it's a simple matter of getting off the sofa and walking out the door, especially on a day like today. You can walk, you can run, you can bike. If you're out there, you're not only doing the environment a favor, you're doing yourself a favor. Too many Canadians are overweight and under-exercised. Something like 80% of Canadians in my age group were overweight. So it's just a matter of doing it. If you've got a couple of friends, you get together with them. There's nothing like having somebody you can call up and say, let's go for a walk. Get a dog if you've got lots of room. You can walk your dog. Get out and do it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Joan Harris Cruise Pavilion as we kick off Active Transportation Week here in the CBRM. What a day for a walk here today, or biking, or cycling, or maybe even some skateboarding here today. And it's nice to see a big round of people coming out here today. So give yourselves a big round of applause for showing up as we kick off Active Transportation Week here in the CBRM. And of course, this is not just a campaign for this week, but we're actually kicking off a campaign for the next 2 years here in the CBRM, and I know a lot of people that are actually taking part with active transportation in their daily lives, starting out maybe with biking once a week or maybe twice a week, and actually that's how I started probably about 6 months ago. My wife dropped me off in the morning for work. I got to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I take the bus home. It's convenient, and also on days like today, every second or third day or so, with the weather being great, I actually walk home from work. So encouraging other people to start off. You don't have to start out for a whole hog right away, go for 2 or 3 weeks hard at it, so to speak, but you can start off maybe once or twice a week, and then the next thing you know, you're doing it daily, and of course you're going to feel great as well.
Since the CBRM adopted an active transportation plan in 2008, we've made steady progress towards creating better conditions for walking and biking in our region. Some of the projects that have been completed include the Whitney Pier Community Heritage Trail, the Green Link Trail System, the Westmount Walking Loop, paved shoulders on Spar Road, bike lanes on George Street, and the installation of bike racks and benches at many locations throughout our municipality. As everyone in the audience today knows, money is always tight in the CBRM. But by partnering with the federal and provincial governments, we have been able to secure enough resources to move forward with these important projects. We'd like to do more, of course, but we are proud that we have been able to accomplish as much as we have with limited resources. In 2015, we expect to continue work on the Grand Lake Road multi-use path, an active transportation corridor that will eventually connect Cape University with both Sydney and the Reserve Mines Glace Bay area. When complete, this will be one of the most impressive AT projects in the province of Nova Scotia. This year also, we are also preparing detailed plans for the construction of a new pathway that will connect this facility, the Joan Harris Cruise Pavilion, to the pathways at Open Earth Park. Over the next few months, I would encourage you again to watch for other events and activities that will promote AT in our community. Bike Week is June 6th to June 14th. In September, we have Bike to Work Week, and in October, we have Walk to School Month.
Also, the kids race at the Open Earth Park, cycling at the Fortress of Louisbourg. There's also going to be group rides as well, bike repair and maintenance, of course, because we know that the bikes eventually will break down, and clinics as well at the Farmers Market, and that's coming up June 6th through until the 14th here in the CBRM.
Active transportation is an important thing, not only from a a government policy perspective, but just as a way of life. So folks, I guess what it comes down to is why are we here? We're just not active enough as a society that is relatively rich in terms of what we do for healthcare, what we do for education, what we do for transportation infrastructure. We don't keep people busy enough, and I think that, you know, when you start to spread the message as we are here doing today, when you have provincial, national, and international initiatives that push and promote for active transportation, I think it's a real good thing, and that's what we're trying to spread, and it's very important. And you know, for government, for myself, sometimes it comes down to the economy, because it is connected to the economy, and it's connected to having the ability to bring people here to celebrate not only what we do at the workplace, but what we do outside of those hours, and keeping people busy is part of our society, keeping them moving and healthy is a really important message, and it's about nutrition, it's about your healthy overall lifestyle, but of course about active transportation options. We were talking with the media earlier about what this whole thing means and how it impacts my life. My life is crazy. I spend a lot of my time in Halifax. I don't get home very often. When I do, I try to spend it with my family as much as I can. But being active and participating in active transportation and nutrition goes hand in hand. So if my days are busy and I end up on the couch, I'm going to eat a big bag of chips and probably fall asleep in my jeans. But if I'm fitting in exercise, if I'm getting on the bike, if I'm getting out doing something with my children, or on the ball field, or walking or running, any of those things, cycling, rollerblading, then it makes a different sort of feel towards what I'm going to do that night with nutrition. It's easier to pick yogurt and fruit when you feel like you've just put time in and you've put yourself out there and made that commitment to being active and being healthy. So for me, that's important, and this is ultimately the message, folks. We can do, everyone in this room, we're really singing to the choir, and everyone here understands the importance of active living, but a lot of people don't. And it changes people's lives, it changes their health, and it changes their entire perspective on themselves, on their family, and on their community. So I think what we take away here, over and above what the financial investments are required, it's also about spreading that message that we want to be healthy, we want to be active, and we want to look after our people.
Sometimes it's hard to get to the gym, or maybe you can't afford a gym membership, but if you can just make it be part of your day that you're going to get to work or to school or to the store or to your friend's house by active transportation, it often makes it a lot easier. And we know that, as has been mentioned, it's good for us. It helps to prevent our illnesses like diabetes, like heart disease, mental health issues like depression, anxiety, and even if you've already got any of those conditions, it helps to make you healthier if we can make it be part of our day. I do like to work pretty much every day, and especially on a day like this, I find that I can't imagine anything better than being out in the sun, even if it's windy or raining. Once you're out on your bike, it's just this really great feeling, especially when you can look over at all the cars and just feel good about the fact that you're outside and you're exercising and you're not sitting in a car. And I'm always surprised that there aren't more people out there biking, because we know that in CBRM people could be biking to work. About half of all people could bike to work within 25 minutes. About 15% could walk to work within 25 minutes. So I would encourage people to be out there, because a lot of you, it would take probably more time to get your cars ready and to park and to go through all of that than to just get on your bike and get to work. And I look forward to a time that people won't tell me that they know that I'm biking to work because the traffic on Kings Road is slower, because I am the one biker that's kind of making my way down the road, and soon there's going to be hopefully a whole lot of bikers going down the road. There are a lot of people who that is their mode of transportation. There isn't really a choice. They need to walk, they need to cycle, they don't have a car, they can't afford a car, the bus schedule doesn't work for them. So just acknowledging the fact that people need to do this every day, and there's lots of people out there who that's their main mode of transportation. So I think anything we can do to create a better environment for that, because we know once the environment is there to make it easier to cycle and walk, people tend to do it. So it's good for people who have to do it, as well as for all of us who could be making that choice to be walking or biking to work. You don't have to do everything all at once. You walk one day, you cycle one day, and then slowly it becomes part of your routine. So thank you again to CBRM for having me be part of this day, and encourage you all to get out and enjoy the day and get 10 people to do that with you, because we're all doing it anyways, and I think we can get more people out there. Thank you.
Active transportation in the CBRM is a great way to get outside and enjoy your community. 80% of CBRM residents live near a sidewalk. Consider walking to the store or coffee shop. Try biking or walking to work. Take it easy and take the bus for longer trips. Get out there, Cape Breton! For more information on active transportation, visit cbrm.ns.ca today.